And of course, you are welcome to a brand new week, everybody.
Yeah.
It's Monday.
Yes, it is. That's where we take off the cloak of the weekend. We let it go. And then we put on our cloak for the brand new week.
Yeah, indeed.
Set that refresh button.
That's what I like to think of it as, a refresh button. So everything starts anew, including even us here. We are all refreshed and ready to go for a new week. In so doing, we will be starting with our other names. And I'd like to introduce you guys to the guy we have in the kitchen, Mr. Victor Mesicano. Believe it or not. And he will be joining us in just a minute. But this one here is Titilayo.
Don't be
Christy Oyisa. Christy, how are you?
Wow. It's Christina.
Christy.
Hello, Christina. Call the full name out, please. Ima.
Oh, come on, please. It's Emmanuel.
Ima Alpha.
In any case, what's your refresh button going to do for you today? Let us know, perhaps, okay? So welcome to a brand new show here. It's 1 hour, 45 minutes of carefully curated television for you for a Monday.
And we can always be found online. All you have to do is follow us on our handle at TVC Connect. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC if you want to connect with us. And of course, if you have to move around, you can always stream the show live. That's at TVC Connect via Facebook and our website. That's tvcentertainment.tv.
A quick look at Mr. Mike, or rather Victor Mesicano. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Victor?
Hi, Victor.
Christianima.
Nice.
You see, if I come and say Victor
Mesicano,
it's okay. Hey, Christy.
Anyhow.
How you guys doing? Good morning. How's your weekend?
Fantastic.
Okay, we'll talk about that before we get on the couch.
Right.
So it's a very exciting week. It's the week of TT. I have a celebratory week.
Oh, no.
Yes.
That week is here.
Yes, it's the week of TT. So y'all get ready. But really, we have an amazing lineup for today. We're going to be taking a look at what's buzzing in the world of entertainment. Some latest advancements coming your way.
All right. And, of course, we have Gloria A. Ajoge Adaba. She is a personal development coach, engineer, and also an environmentalist. She is the founder of the Thumbs Up Youth Leadership Development Initiative. Gloria is a certified John Maxwell coach, a Toastmaster speaker, and also leadership trainer. And she joins us today to talk about finding purpose on motivation.
That question, finding purpose. Very deep topic, I have to say, for some. Now, we also have Olajide Daniel, better known as Jaido P. Now, he has had a remarkable journey thus far, and he's expressed his penchant for music by developing his own musical and songwriting skills. We're going to be hearing from him as he performs for us today. Can't wait.
On SME, we are joined by Olumide Akinola of 1403, a leadership or lead in Nigerian fashion brand that specializes in creating premium, luxurious leather and steel accessories for the modern-day gentleman and, of course, his lady. We'll be finding out more on the rise and the rise of the business.
Yeah, so what a weekend.
Yeah, tell us, what do you do this weekend?
I was at a wedding.
Oh, yeah.
A very big one.
Pictures.
Humongous wedding. Big congratulations to Adebola Williams and his new wife, Kenny D.
That's the wedding you were at.
Huge wedding. Like, so, you know, there are big weddings and then there are huge ones. We will talk about that probably another time. We can't really go into that in much detail.
So, Gaddafi, what's the word I want to use now? She jonesed me.
Which
I was supposed to be. Gaddafi, yeah. Okay.
So we have an internal
Don't
Gaddafi.
worry, no, but this, I'm talking about because if you don't know the person, don't worry. So I was supposed to be, my stomach was supposed to be full with Bole this weekend. Because it was supposed to be Bole Festival. But she knows. I cancelled all my plans. You see, I had some very high-level plans. I cancelled all the plans.
So don't always have just one plan. You have to be prepared for another one.
She made me cancel the plan. The plan had to do.
It's unfortunate.
Gaddafi.
Yeah.
You owe me too.
I spent my entire weekend at home. I'm trying to do another audiobook, and it's terrible when you have to get to page 200 and realize that you have to start again because you've been using the wrong accent.
No!
So,
that really connected with me right now.
I'm so depressed right now, so I've had 2 days off of it.
A top tip. I record each chapter, submit that chapter for approval before moving on to the next one.
That's the deal, but when your contact person's not often easy to reach.
No.
becomes a problem.
I won't move to chapter 2 until you've approved that chapter 1.
But we will survive. I believe that, hey, if you get it wrong, it's always going to make the next try even better. So
okay,
it's
all right,
okay.
All right. If you need backup, just split the money with me. I'll help you.
Yeah, right. All righty. So, hey, you're welcome to a brand new week. We can't wait to share with you what we have curated. Let's do the weather, the news, and more. Wake Up Nigeria. And you're welcome. It's a Monday morning, and this is the news here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mazino Appeal. Now, cholera is still a recurring danger in Nigeria, with the latest outbreak killing more than 60 persons across many communities in Katsina State. The State Commissioner for Health, Yakubu Danja, made this known during the 2021 Annual General Meeting of the State Chapter of Nigerian Medical Association held in the state capital. He revealed that there are over 1,400 confirmed cases of cholera in the state as active case search and surveillance continue. Now, the commissioner added that assorted drugs had already been purchased by the state government for distribution to hospitals across the state for the treatment of the disease. And the Senate has denied reports that the lawmakers have proposed the creation of 20 more states. Senate spokesman Ajibola Basiru, in a statement yesterday, said the upper chamber was grossly misinterpreted and the decision reached by the Senate Committee on the Review of the 1999 Constitution was misunderstood. Senator Ajibola acknowledged receipt of several bills proposing creation of new states, but the committee decided it is not in a position to recommend or propose the creation of any state. He added that the committee decided to refer the requests received to the Independent National Electoral Commission to ensure compliance with Section 8 of the Constitution. Several reports had suggested that the Senate told the Independent National Electoral Commission to conduct a referendum for the creation of the new state. Now, the Taliban have captured 3 regional capitals in Afghanistan as they continue to make sweeping territorial gains in the country. The key northern city of Kunduz, as well as Sa'el-Pul and Tal-Quanef fell to Taliban Taliban control within few hours of each other on Sunday, with one resident in Kunduz describing the situation as total chaos. It means 5 regional capitals have fallen to the militants since Friday, with Kunduz, which is well connected to other areas, including the capital, Kabul being their most important gain this year. Heavy fighting has also been reported in Hearts in the west and in the southern cities of Kandahar and Lashkar. Meanwhile, the Afghan government says its forces are fighting to retake key installations.
Thanks for joining us. It's about time for us to look at what's happening on the covers of the newspapers this morning. And today is, of course, Monday, 9th of August, 2021. We begin with the Guardian newspaper, and it starts like this. Consumers bear burden of MDA's failure to pay 100 billion naira electricity. Federal government engages audit firms over alleged inflation of bills. Stakeholders accuse government of sabotaging power sector's growth. NERC discos mum as NBET awaits leeway in December. Story starts there on the cover and continues on page 2. Now, we also have a story here on the doctor's strike. It says here, NMA keeps mum despite federal government's threat. Federal government yet to invite us for talks, says NARD president. PGF DG slams Labour health ministers for inaction, wants strike in health sector criminalized. And strike compounding already worrisome situation in Nigeria, says Kaigama. Now, we also have some other stories on the side there, but we'll be moving on to another paper now. Let's see what we have on the cover of the Punch, shall we? It has here, no work, no pay directive. Federal government battles NARD, opens attendance registers, resident doctors adamant. Rescue, or rather resume first or forget further negotiations. Ministry orders, insists on sanctions for doctors. You can't bully doctors you haven't paid with no work, no pay threat. NARD lambasts federal government. Right at the top there, MTN set to gift customers 20 cars for 20th anniversary. Federal government postpones vaccination resumption indefinitely, lists 3,707 cases in 1 week. Stakeholders meet on vaccine distribution to states today. Right beside the masthead there, it says petrol landing costs hit 249 naira per litre. Deregulation remains uncertain. And group roots for Osinbajo's presidency lists VP's qualities. Page 18 has more on that. Now, let's see if we have time for another newspaper. I believe we have the Daily Sun standing by with us. It says here, Secondus knows fate tomorrow. PDP governors, elders meet to parley with BOT. Others beside the masthead there, Constitution review. Senate denies plans to create 20 new states. That's interesting. Umahi suspends local government boss for traveling without permission. Page 6 has more on that. It says here, killing of Christians can no longer be tolerated. Khan speaking there. Demands probe panel for Borno church shooting. And it also says here, Yoruba Nation, I'm not on the run, says Akintoye. Suspense in APC continues as leaders wait on Buhari. Party's youth warn against defectors with questionable character. On this issue of the school abduction, it says Nans asks federal government to declare bandits terrorist group. Right at the bottom there, President PFN described Badejo's death as shocking. And that's what we have right there on the cover of the Daily Sun. Now, we also have the Daily Trust with us here. It says here, federal government postpones COVID-19 vaccination as doubts dog-donated doses. A very nice way to put it there. It says experts worried over reluctance to provide key documents. There is no problem with the vaccine, say NAFDAC. Senate lists conditions for creation of new states. First Bank, EcoBank, 5 others make 60 billion naira from e-banking charges. And on the PDP crisis, governors decide Secondus' fate today. And that's what we have on the cover of the Daily Trust. At this point, I think we need a workout. Let's go for fitness. All right, then. Now we're back. And, well, hey, that was a workout if you ask me. I have to say, we have so much to talk about.
Oh, yeah, we better get to it real quick. Let me start by saying over the weekend, there was plenty of talk, plenty of bashing over Instagram and if you're still on Twitter, about the Ghana-Dubai deal where Ghanaians would be able to travel over to Dubai visa-free now. So a lot of questions were raised as to why this is in Nigeria and how this is pitching Ghana as the next giant for Africa. But you have to understand, in my opinion here, that the fact is there is plenty to be gained from Africa, and where you have plenty of issues on attended to discipline and corruption. The other alternative would definitely be Ghana, because they're neighbors for one thing. They're developing faster than we expected, and hey, everybody wants to exploit Africa at this point.
A lot of even SME owners are you know, aiming for Ghana to do things because of the fact that there's often more power there, cost of production is considered less, and so many other reasons.
You know, you need a hub.
I'm thinking about the fact that so many Nigerians go to Dubai a lot. A lot. And I'm thinking it probably sounds like good business for them to have that kind of deal with us. So what do you think those issues are that are preventing them?
There are plenty. Let's know, there are plenty. Because,
should we touch on it?
No, if we start, we'll not finish. Because you see, like you mentioned something. If you're going to do major business, you need hubs. You need maybe a South African hub. You probably need East Africa. You probably need West Africa. Like you mentioned, they are becoming, I mean, look at what happened with the Twitter ban. But they have an office there.
Twitter went to Ghana.
You understand? So they are fast becoming. They already are now the powerhouse in West Africa. They're the hub for whatever you want to do. So it's all for us to sort ourselves out. That's just it.
We really
just
do.
sort ourselves out.
But some other great things for Africa. A Kenyan, as anticipated, has won the Olympic gold for the marathon.
Who else would win before?
That's not news.
So who else were we expecting to win?
So this is the news, right? So this particular guy, I'm talking about Kipchoge.
Kipchoge is the world champion.
He has always been the world champion. He was the only one to ever do the whole marathon under 2 hours.
Didn't he win a marathon at one time with bare feet? I think.
And
okay, so that record under 2 hours, there's something about it. It's supposed to, it's unofficially official because it was supposed to be wind assisted. There were some things they put and it was not. But how do I put it now? It's unofficially official. But yes, he has done it.
It's legendary. Why? Because in terms of humanity, they're saying that someone like Kipchoge can be studied in schools because they've never seen a human do a marathon that good. He gave them a 1 minute, I think, 18-second gap. Him, the gold medal and silver medal, there was 1 minute, 18 seconds. That is like a lifetime in marathon.
Kipchoge, by the way, also won a marathon with a bad liver, or was it a bad kidney? I can't remember.
Goodness
one
me.
of the two. I mean, imagine being that superhuman and not saying that your mental state was responsible for this and that.
And then when he gets to the finish line, he's still smiling and just standing after running for 2 hours.
And waiting for the next person, waiting for second place.
And then the next person comes and he's like,
You know, still on that race, something very remarkable happened. And kudos. I love that he won. But there's a runner, a French runner in that particular race who made news for the very wrong reasons.
What did he do this time?
Morad Amdouni. Morad, you know, so you get to different breaks and then there's water by the side and it's on tables. Water stands. What this twat did was that he hit all the bottles and picked the last one.
Oh, I see what he's trying to do there.
Don't worry, by the second battle, I'll probably show the video.
So did he get penalized for that?
He should be. He's not yet, but so it's absolute. The words I would love to use, I can't use them. That's terrible. I know the funny thing. There has been complaints, of course, the heat in Tokyo is out of this world. Do you know that something that little could endanger someone's life, not having water when you need it? This is a marathon. He just hit all the bottles.
Oh, then again, it's his strategy. It's bad, but he thought that before. It was
He can always claim it was a mistake. He didn't know.
You see, that's the point.
He can claim, you know, he can make a claim like, I didn't know, whatever.
Until you see the video, I guess. Then there was the lady, the equestrian, who got, I think she was disqualified
for hitting
hitting a horse.
Yeah, it was the coach.
And I'm like, come to Africa. No, you people better come to Africa.
So imagine it was a cow.
I mean, for just simply hitting the horse because it didn't obey her command.
She was disqualified. Yeah, I think the coach had to be sent out and all of that.
But you know, even for movies, horses, they're given a certain amount of time you can keep a horse on set. There's a certain amount of time they're allowed to be in front of the camera at any given time. If any single horse starts showing signs of exhaustion, there are horse monitors there. Like, they treat them with such care.
Makes you wonder how we treat animals here in Nigeria.
I think we are more the animals.
Have you seen the horses at the beach? Oh my goodness, they're corpses. This is why I do not like going to the beaches, because I actually feel very bad when I see these animals. I don't like it. It's unfortunate.
Those ones at the beach.
They're skeletons.
It is well. It is well.
Have you not seen our lions at OAU?
Oh, no, let's not go there. Please, let's wrap this up already. Do stay tuned. We have more. That's it for What's Up and About. Welcome this week, and it's motivation time. Now, Gloria Ajoge Adaba, she is a professional development coach, engineer, and an environmentalist. She is the founder of Thumbs Up Youth Leadership Development Initiative. Gloria is a certified John Maxwell coach, a Toastmasters speaker, and also leadership trainer, and she has joined us today to talk about finding purpose on motivation. You are welcome once again.
Thank you very much.
Did I say that we loved you from last week?
Oh, yes, you did. And you're saying it again. Thank you.
Because we have to. In any case, it's good to have you here. Let's talk about purpose, especially on a Monday. People want that, you know, little push to help them into defining exactly why they're living.
Exactly.
So, in your view, what is purpose to the average person?
Purpose is the actual existence or the reason why something exists, or in this case, why someone exists. So that's what purpose is. And in talking about purpose, I usually like using this illustration. It's a parable of some sort, a modern-day parable, and it's placed in the advent of tabs. Now, this lady barges into the kitchen in search of her tab, and she goes with her father. He was actually chopping his vegetables, and she goes, "Dad, did you see my..." Before she could say tab, she realized he was chopping his vegetables on her tab. And so the two lessons I draw from that is what the great Miles Monroe said. The first thing is that when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. And then secondly, if you don't know your purpose, other people will use you for their own agenda. So it's very, very important for us to know what purpose is and what our own purpose is, and then make sure we are in that and fulfilling it.
Yeah, but how easy is it? How easy is it to know exactly what your purpose is? How do you find it? Is it from passion? Is it from exercising some, I don't know, nuance of life? What exactly? How?
Okay. The thing about it, you said something about finding. That word is key. You do not find what you are not actively looking for. So you have to be deliberate that, okay, I actually want to know what my purpose is, and you mean it to yourself. You know, time comes in your life where you have to pause and think about some things and start to introspect, like I spoke about it last week. So you have to say, look, I want to find it. So when you come to that point, secondly, you need to connect with your spirit. You need to connect with your source, because you did come from somewhere. So whatever you believe in, the universe, God, you need to connect and ask, where is my purpose? I want to find my purpose. Because the beauty about purpose is it's always been there. It's there before you were even born. It's there. It's just waiting for you to actively look for it. And then at the end of the day, everything makes sense. Then your passion, you mentioned it, your passion. What are you passionate about? What is that thing that moves you emotionally and gets you to the point where you are driven? Okay, I see passion like a driver of purpose. And then what are you naturally able to do? Because your purpose would always be tied with what you are naturally able to do, although you might need to turn them into skills where you need to harness them. You know, maybe you start out as a singer, as a child, you know, as you continue to develop, it continues to become more and more of a skill. But it's been naturally there for you, so you do it like breathing, you know. And then you may need someone to help you, like a coach, like me. You can contact, and then they can help you nurture, and then find what it is you really are passionate about.
So there's that thing with purpose, finding purpose, but then there's the opportunity that presents itself. Do you also go about looking for these opportunities? And in such a country like Nigeria, where things are so difficult, how do you find these opportunities?
What you said is very key, and I always had that in mind when, you know, I listen to lots of motivational speakers, especially they are not indigenous, and you tell yourself, well, you guys are in a space that is
Mike
easy.
doesn't really like them, by the way.
you are in a space where it's easy for you to find your purpose. But if you look at the two extremes, the developed world and the developing countries like ours, you find out lots of people here, there's a lot of frustration in the air because people are not really where they want to be. We tend to kind of copy what is in, okay, I see someone making zobo. I say, oh, is it not just to mix this? I can do it. And then you start doing it, but you start grumbling at it because that's not really what you are tuned to do. So you need to be connected to your individuality, like we mentioned last week. If you don't know who you are, there is no way you will know what your purpose is. And so whether you're in Nigeria or wherever you are, I believe strongly that everything will come together, make sense when you decide that, look, I'm going to find what it is that will make me fulfilled, because your purpose is also tied to your fulfillment.
Good that you mentioned the word fulfillment.
Absolutely.
My next question would have been, and it still is finding your purpose or exercising your purpose tied to success? Does it mean that you're going to be wealthy or just simply fulfilled?
I thank you so much for that question.
You're welcome.
Because success, that's another thing we need to define correctly, Mazino. Well, success, when you go to dictionary, you see it title, affiliate, you know, affluence and all that. Yeah. But success, really being successful, when you look at it and you look at history and you look at what's happening in the world, is it really about affluence? Because you see people who are very, very rich and they're not really successful because they're not happy, they're not fulfilled. That fulfillment comes whether or not you have that affluence. So it's your definition of success that really matters. Success is making sure you are fulfilling an ideal goal. You've set out that this is the goal I want to achieve, and you achieve it, okay? It's achieving your purpose. That's what I define success as. Yeah.
Now, little personal insight here. The way I define success is not just my happiness, but the happiness of my family as well.
Absolutely.
So it makes me see that people have different little categories with which they can use to define success. Yes. Perhaps maybe in business, perhaps maybe in personal life, maybe family and all of that. So could you fail at one and be fulfilled at the other and yet still be able to say that this is my purpose in life?
the beauty.
Because you can't win them all.
You can't win it all. Absolutely. And that kind of mindset helps you because you don't find yourself putting yourself under so much pressure. Okay? The beauty about failure is that it's actually a building block to success. We've heard stories about Thomas Edison and his light bulb, and he failed so many times. He said he just found the many times not to do it. Right. So, like my coach would say, he would say, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn.
Oh, nice.
Sometimes you win, sometimes. So your perspective about failure actually helps to reduce the pressure and frustration also. So it's part of the picture. It's part of the beauty. Sometimes you see artists, they paint and then they probably make mistakes, but they realize later on, actually that mistake can be beautified. Yeah. So it's your perspective about what failure is really and truly.
Perspective, wow, this is very interesting. Yes. So purpose is what you make of it, finding the opportunities, also being prepared for it, I would guess.
Absolutely, being prepared for it.
Talk to us about preparation.
Well, like we've talked about being the whole individual, okay? I believe strongly that is the foundation of preparedness for purpose, because that gives you that strong stance, as it were. You need to know yourself. I cannot emphasize that enough, because you become comfortable in your skin. You find yourself not in competition with anyone, because no one is giving your purpose. It's yours. So there is no competition. There's no reason. When you see someone doing something that looks like what you do, because it's not just you that does something, like you're not the only presenter. Last week, Mike was here.
Yeah,
but you bring your own uniqueness to it. You both are not, as it were, in competition, but because he can't be you, you can't be him. It's not ever going to be possible. So you need to be prepared in knowing, and that preparation is in knowing who you are.
Know who you are.
And be comfortable and confident in who you are.
That is beautiful. Yes. You put these things in such beautiful ways that are very consumable, I must say, and we appreciate that you're here every Monday, at least for the next few weeks, and we're looking forward to seeing you here again. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mazino. It's good to be here.
Now, I'm hoping that you've learned something out there today. Well, if you want, you could always have a rerun. Find it on YouTube, and I'm sure you're going to take something else home from it. Let's now move on to our kitchen segment, where we have Titi on standby here. Titi, what's happening in there, please?
Now, I have to say that it is a pleasure to be in the kitchen whenever Chef Alex is around. Always something very tasty and colorful on display whenever he shows up on Wake Up Nigeria. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
So, you need to make sure that I learn this. You need to teach me every single step so that I don't miss anything. And I know people at home are also going to be watching us. So what we have here is a very interesting set of ingredients. Chef Alex, let's talk a bit about them. What are we making?
Okay, for today, we'll be making avocado toast.
Avocado toast. Okay.
With shrimps.
With shrimps?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, avocado toast with shrimps. Yes, so that's the list of ingredients that we have there. Shrimps, avocado toast, salt, garlic, butter, lemon, paprika, olive oil, shrimps, of course, ripe avocado, chili pepper, fresh parsley, black pepper, and then sourdough bread or a loaf of bread. Now, I can see you have a sourdough loaf right here. Now, you need to talk to us about this sourdough. Right. What makes this different from the average loaf of bread we have?
Okay, so the only difference between this and the normal local bread that we have is that, this is just like a French dough.
Okay.
So it's a bread that is very healthy, like for people that are watching their weight. So, and the ingredient used in making it is just our normal all-purpose flour or bread flour.
Okay.
Then salt.
Okay.
No sugar.
No sugar.
Yeast. Then water.
That's all. So it's just yeast, salt, and flour used to make this.
Yeah, then water.
All right. So you need to slice into this so that we can hear that sound.
All right.
Right? I want to hear the sound of the bread coming apart because, we have come to terms with the fact that sliced bread is what we buy these days. Okay, can you hear it? It's like a carpenter's saw when you're cutting through this bread. Okay, so let's see what it looks like on the inside. Fantastic. All right, so you chose to use sourdough bread for this, but let's look at some of the other ingredients that we have here.
Okay, this one, we also have fresh tomato here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if we decide to use just the avocado, the parsley, the color will look almost the same. So I decided to use this fresh tomato just to change the color. Then this is our purple cabbage, just for the garnishing.
Purple cabbage.
Yeah, then we have sesame seed that will be using for the shrimp, just for the garnishing as well.
So I think we're supposed to work with the shrimps first.
Yeah, the first thing we are going.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. What do we do?
Let me cut the bread first because I don't want to get the shrimps contaminated. So let me just work with the bread. Then after that, we can now go ahead with the...
Go ahead. All right. So I know there's an art to slicing bread. You have to use a bread knife, first of all.
Yes.
If not, it's not going to come out like this.
Exactly.
Yeah. But what else is happening? Keep going, keep going. What else is happening to this bread today?
Yeah, so after, what we are going to do next, we get some knob of butter in our frying pan so that we can toast the bread in it so that it can be tasty.
Maybe I should help with that.
All right.
Should I?
Yeah, you can, man. Thank you. Man.
Okay, so we have the butter here. Is this enough or a little more?
No, you can add more, yes. Man.
Okay, all right. And that's the knob of butter I've been looking forward to. Straight in the pan.
Exactly.
Ooh. Ooh. All right. That was a hot pan. There's something about the smell of butter. Ooh. Nice. So,
I think this one should be enough.
So the bread goes in the pan, I believe, yes?
Yes.
Okay. But what are we using to spice the shrimp? Quickly.
We have our... We have the salt, the black peppercorn, spice, and we have our... This is called Spanish paprika.
And we just mix it all in?
Exactly. But then with the ginger
and garlic.
Fresh garlic.
Okay, we'll show a bit of that in a little while, but you need to stay close. There's still so much more. Don't go anywhere.
Yep, it's quite unusual, but then on a Monday morning, it's always good to ginger yourself. You know, I saw this quote, if you want to give up, see, it's not every time. Sometimes just give up, but hey, come on, we're not giving up on you, and I know you're not giving up on us this morning. We have Taiwo Olajide. Now, he's better known as Jaido P. He's had a remarkable journey thus far. Growing up, he's expressed his penchant for music by developing his musical prowess, of course, his songwriting skills, to become one of the blueprints of a new generation of Afro-pop artists in Nigeria. As a recording artist who favors a crisp, street-inspired and pop-oriented Afrobeats with a light fusion of alternative music, Alte, as a number of people might know it. It's great to have you, Jaido P. You are welcome. That's a very nice video with Olamide. Where was that video shot? Okay. It was a restaurant. It looked like it wasn't. Tell me, talk to me about that video. The whole coming together, shooting, and all of that.
Yeah. So mainly we finished recording the song. You know, Bado brought the idea of just making a very sensual video and cool and calm.
I like it.
Nothing much. So that was how we came up with the idea.
You know, maybe you can also be. This is something that can, you can also be given credit for this because Bado's style has changed a bit. I don't know whether it's because of the kind of people, someone like you who has come into the label. He's now cool, calm. You know, there's that feeling. The latest album had that.
Yeah.
What influence do you think, or what made you become a part of YBNL, and what influence do you think you've had on him as an artist?
Actually, I don't really think, because Bado is a person that, I just feel like he's a spirit man. He does whatever he wants to do, So I don't really think there's anyone influencing him. I feel at this moment is another kind of Bado. Like, I call him the Bado 2.0, like 2.0. So it just felt like he needs to do something else. He needs to preach another part of himself to people. And that's what he's doing. Then the day we wanted to record the song, I got to his house and we started talking about life generally.
Okay.
So that was how we got into the
Before you even started, you already had to feel like what you were doing and all of that.
Yeah.
All right. So, but let's talk about your journey into YBNL. How did it all happen?
Yeah. Currently, a lot of people think I'm a YBNL artist.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just a very close person to Bado. It's like
just a part of the family in some way.
Yeah, part of the family.
Okay.
So,
all right. Now, is this, like you mentioned about him, people tend to, it gets to a point about, okay, I want to do music that is accepted, and then with time I get to show who the real me is. Yeah. Is this Jaido P? What we're seeing now, will this always be GIDOP? Is there any chance for, you know, maybe a modification or some sort of evolution of GIDOP?
Well, like the way I make music, I don't make it thinking about what people feel.
Okay.
First off, because I think that's the beginning of every artist's downfall. Like when you start thinking of, I want people to dance, I want people to feel like this.
But that's what some people call commercialization. Like you need to feel the pulse of what people want and give them a bit of what the want. So people would
before recording, I check out a lot of these things and you work on yourself. I think that's the part you have to, you know, study the whole commercialization thing. So whenever I get to the studio, it's already parts of my own thing. Like comes from my instinct. Like I don't have to put it in my mind that I have to commercialize this song. That's something I have to be very cautious of again. So it's not that deep. I just go to the studio and do my thing.
Okay.
Sometimes I recorded the song with Bado last year. That was Tessina Port.
Okay.
Tessina Port was the way I felt.
You felt that calling and it was a hit.
Sure, you get.
All right, so let's just looking forward. What should people expect from GIDOP? What should the fans look out for?
I have a project coming out soon, like later this month or very early next month.
Okay.
So it's going to be like a body of work, compilation of songs.
Okay.
Maybe 10, 11, I don't know yet.
Wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful. Your shirt says looks like Lagos. Well, that's the idea. He's in Lagos, making Lagos tick, and, you know, we'll fit in him. Let's take this fact find, and then, of course, we'll get to feel GIDOP after this a little bit more.
And we're back.
Yes, indeed. You're welcome to the second lap of Motivation-Filled Monday edition for Wake Up Nigeria, and we hope that you got a bite of the first hour here. It was definitely exquisite, an exciting one, and of course a prelude to what we have left on the show for the next 45 minutes.
Now they say the best and the most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt. And felt with the heart and in that light. You know. So our motivation is all about this right now. Love and light to all of you.
I totally agree with that last one. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Without saying too much, in any case, welcome to a Monday edition here. It's going to be a fantastic one for the rest 45 minutes. If you are just joining us, you missed out on a very, very interesting 1 hour. More in store. We believe you will be joining us for the rest of it. And, of course, let's let you know that we have Mike in the kitchen with our chef for today.
Yeah, Chef Alex.
Hey.
Something quite remarkable from Chef Adex.
Yeah.
For those of you who have some sort of, maybe you don't have an affinity for seafood or you're allergic to seafood, Chef Adex, what did you tell me now?
Like what I said is citrus always pair well with seafood. So it balances your taste bud. So, and there are some people, when they are let's take calamari for instance. So you know calamari is this type of seafood that if you are taking it for the first time, you might be feeling like throwing up. So once all you need to do just a slice of lime wedges or lemon wedges.
Chef Adex has all those.
So that's it. Once you get that citrus, you solve that seafood-ish.
Loving it. There's so much to learn in the kitchen from Chef Adex today. So many quick tips in there. We still have 45 minutes to go on your TV screens. We do not want to disappoint you at all. We'll be providing the best.
Yeah, you better remember, of course, that you can always use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC to get across us on social media. And by the way, if you want to take us with you, please feel free to download the app on iOS or on Google Play Store and feel, us with you wherever you go.
Yes,
now, for what's left on the show for the rest of today,
we have SME. We're joined by Olumide Akinola of 1403. A leading Nigerian fashion brand that specializes in creating premium, luxurious leather and steel accessories. Yeah, so you know we've talked about education for kids quite a few times.
Yeah.
And there's a particular Asian country, I'm trying to remember whether it's Japan or China, Japan, right?
Yeah.
Where up till the 3rd grade, that's basically primary 3 here, kids are told to not told to do exams.
Okay.
Why? Because they're being trained on morals and ethics up to that age, which I feel sort of moves towards why they're a lot more disciplined than a lot of other people.
I see what you mean there. Discipline is top on their agenda when it comes to most Asian countries, quite frankly. And the idea that you don't put kids or pitch kids against each other competitively, I kind of like it. I would see that working in a very, very orderly society, however. So maybe
solid.
Some primary one
if it works for them, solid. You know, it's something that maybe we can, so someone said that you don't have to make the mistakes everybody has made. You can learn from them. So if it works well, and if we want to be like them, then maybe we should toe that line. We're talking about competition, you know, that stuff we mentioned. Yeah. But I don't know if we have the video to show you.
Oh, okay.
I saw the video, Titi.
Yes,
it is
phenomenal.
Terrible.
Wow.
What that lad did.
Oh, okay. I'm not always talking about the gap. You're talking about the
talking about the video, the bottles, the Olympic, was it a marathon?
Yes. That's the marathon that Kipchoge won.
Yes.
That was terrible. I mean,
he finished what? He finished what now? 17th or so?
He still didn't even get.
He didn't even get anywhere close to it.
Look, there it is. Look what he did there. Let's replay that. Look.
Why would you do that?
Are you seeing the guy behind him trying to catch?
Yeah, trying to get a bottle.
Get a bottle, and he actually misses everything.
That is so unsportsmanlike.
I don't know, let's just see that. I mean, so there's no excuse there. There's no excuse.
There was nothing. Like
you see, I mean, there is no. I mean, look at. I mean, look at. And then he picks the last one.
So he could claim he was trying to grab one and he couldn't. You know,
what? There's nothing you can claim.
I'm just saying.
You're trying to be human. You're trying to give him all the excuses.
I'm trying to give him benefit because really, the guy behind you might have needed that to survive.
And you are still giving him benefit of doubt. They should flog him. Seriously, it's terrible. That alone should earn him a disqualification, a very serious one, and a serious ban. And a serious ban because like the heat wave in Tokyo this time was not play. People were, I mean, you had people who were pulled out of sports because they could not withstand it.
The heat.
How hot is it anyway? Exactly. It can't be worse than Nigeria.
No, so they say it's the humidity.
It can't be more humid. I know it's an island surrounded by water.
Most of the Africans, they train in dry heat. Not wet.
Not if you're
so I mean for the
on the equatorial line.
So
pretty much isn't really.
No, it's
so for the Russians, the French, and all the other ones who come for, like you said, much more less humid regions. It was quite challenging. It was quite challenging, and that's why I mean you had some stadiums that were retrofitted with cooling vents, heating vents. I mean, Qatar is going to be off the hook. What they are doing with the World Cup next year. You have stadiums where you can cool in some parts and heat in some parts. It depends. Each seat has a cooler and a heater. So it depends on how you can regulate your temperature to what you exactly want on your seats in a 60,000 stadium. So when it comes to natural elements, you understand, these things are, at least for now, what they do is that maybe sometime a runner can run with his own water, but that might drag you back. But then you have something there at that point. Someone could have needed it terribly just to make him or her move forward. So at this point, that sort of person has to be banned.
The two marathon runners that came second and third, in the last 30 seconds of the race for them, I'm talking about silver and bronze, you could see the runner dragging his guy, please, just go, let's push. And the Kenyan thought he was going to win the silver. He had started relaxing, and two guys just went past him. And it just showed some serious sportsmanship.
Thank God 3 of us are going to be here. I'll say there's something I'll tell you guys tomorrow, still about the Olympics and sports, and this thing about pushing others. Very interesting stories.
Wow. Interesting Olympics, this. That means they're not only competing against themselves, but against the elements. Talking about the elements, let's do the weather.
Welcome back. Now we're still in the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen with Chef Alex. Thank you so much for joining us once again. We started shrimp avocado toast with sourdough bread. We have a really great list of ingredients here. Of course, avocados are what we have next on the list to deal with. But let's talk a bit about the shrimp.
Okay.
What are we doing with the shrimp right now?
So our shrimp, I've already seasoned them with the black pepper, the paprika, salt, then the black pepper, then the fresh garlic and ginger as well.
Fantastic.
So what we are going to do next, before giving it a mix, we need to add just a little bit of lemon.
Okay, why are we putting the lemon? Go ahead, go ahead.
As I said earlier, so seafood pairs well with citrus. So what it does, it balances your taste bud.
Okay, fantastic. So that's a really interesting combination of spices there.
Yes.
So we just mix this in. We don't need to leave this for too long.
Yeah, we just combine everything together.
Okay, fantastic. All right. So it's a really interesting combination of spices. There's some ginger in there, garlic. We have the paprika, the salt, black pepper, and
the suya spice.
Suya spice. Yes. Ooh, love it. Suya spice shrimp. That's a new one for me. And then I guess it goes straight into the pan, right?
Yes, exactly. And we are not even cooking it for too long. Under 5 minutes it should be.
I want to hear that sizzle. Let's hear that sizzle. Let's hear it happen.
All right, man.
All right, now let's go. Let's go. I don't want it to burn. I don't want the oil to burn. Man. Sizzling. All right, fantastic. Aha! That's the sound I was looking for. Fabulous. That sound. I just love it.
So
now,
the next step now is to start toasting our bread.
Okay, start toasting the bread.
Yes.
Now we put butter in there a little earlier on.
Yes, ma'am.
For those that are trying this at home, you should try it with our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Show us your version of this particular meal. Make a quick video and tag us. Ooh.
Okay, this one is not ready yet. So just...
Okay, we're going to go through the ingredients one more time for you so you can make this your version at home. That's the shrimp avocado toast there. We have salt, garlic, butter, lemon, paprika, olive oil, shrimps, ripe avocado, chili pepper, fresh parsley, black pepper, and of course the sourdough bread. Hopefully you can find the sourdough bread in a local supermarket.
Any supermarket you can get it. So these we are working next with our avocado.
Yes, indeed.
So let me get this.
Go ahead. So these are ripe avocados.
Yes, ma'am.
So show us the trick of opening up the avocado, slicing the avocado.
Okay, so maybe let me start with this one.
Okay.
So what you are going to do is just to run your knife through.
Okay.
Like this.
Like that.
Then just push.
Twist.
Yes.
Ah, okay, fantastic.
So these are the stones. So you don't need this one. So all you need to do is just to take it away.
There was a slicing trick you were going to show me with this. What do you think? Yes.
All right,
show me the slicing.
All right, no problem.
All right.
You know the avocado, we are still going to mash it.
Okay.
So
I'm looking at this bread.
all right.
Let me see if I can take it.
Thank you.
I got it. I got it. Woo! Okay. I think we're there. Okay. I think the bread is, it's good.
I think the bread is good.
Woo! I caught it just in time. All right, so those avocados, I think I've seen this done I think I've seen it done for mangoes. It's kind of close to how they...
Well, if you don't want to do it like, you can easily use spoon just to scoop them out.
Just spoon it out?
Yeah, so that also is easy.
Okay. Fabulous. Okay, so we're spooning out, or rather cutting out the avocado there. And then what are we adding to the avocado, quickly?
Yeah, so for the avocado, we'll be adding salt,
okay,
lemon juice, then the black pepper as well.
Beautiful.
Then we just mash it.
Amazing. Hopefully you're trying this at home. We have to take a quick break, however, and you'll see the finished meal very, very soon. Stay with us. It's still Wake Up Nigeria.
You're welcome back. Now on SME today, we have been joined by Olumide Akinola of 1403. A leading Nigerian fashion brand that specializes in creating premium luxury leather and steel accessories for the modern-day gentleman and his lady. You are welcome, Olumide.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. First of all, you don't look Olumide, you look like a Hassan. Let me just put that
I hear that all the time, maybe because I stay in the FCTs.
Perhaps. Well, welcome to Lagos. Welcome here on TVC.
Thank you.
So, accessories.
Yes.
First off, this is something that is quite... Let me use the word bespoke for most people, especially with the way that 1403 presents it.
Okay.
But tell us about your endeavors as a fashion outfit.
Okay, 1403 is a Nigerian fashion brand, a creative Nigerian fashion brand. I want you to note the word creative and the Nigerian fashion brand. We're a Nigerian fashion brand, but we have an international perspective, international approach to that because we want to be competitive with the international community and the international brands too. But the terms of creativity, when you look at 1403 itself, we think it's just about numbers, all right?
Yeah.
1403 stands for an encoded message, and one is I. The 4 stands with love.
Go on.
And the 3 stands for art. So I love heart.
Oh,
so
I get it now.
So because, you know, when we talk about love, we talk about value, We talk about emotion, we talk about experience. We're so emotional. We value the people. We experience art. So we're giving it back. That love we have for art, for excellence, for quality products. So we're giving it back in terms of leather products and accessories.
Leather products and accessories.
Yes,
First off, you guys started in 2016. So
Absolutely.
this is, what, 5 years
5 years now, yeah.
What's business been like for the advantage of anybody out there who's listening and perhaps wants to also go into this kind of commercialized production? How's business been like? Who's been your clients, and how far have you come since 2016?
Okay, well, it's been good. It's been through everything hard at normal Nigerian business and everything. But when you look at the fashion industry itself, it's a big industry.
Yeah, quite.
If I want to take you down some kind of statistics now, you see that the fashion industry itself accounts for about $4 trillion in the global markets. And bringing it back to sub-Saharan Africa, I think it's about 31 billion, and Nigeria represents about 15% of that, which is about 4.7 billion the US dollars. So it's a big market. It's not a small market. It takes a lot of investment. For us, we started in 2016, as you rightly said. We put in, say, about 200,000 USD. And at the moment, I think we value just about 400,000. So we're able to move from 200,000 USD company to about 400,000. And in the coming year, by 2022, which is next year, we'll be opening our first office now. Let me just say that is in Abuja.
Okay.
We have a shop at the Steady Plaza. So we're coming to Lagos next year, even though we have like an outlet in Lagos with the DJ and Caller and some of our partners, major partners here. But we're going to be having our own outlets, major outlet where people can walk in here in Lagos by next year. Yeah.
I'm going to be asking about the challenges of owning a business in Nigeria, but before we get to that, you also talked about the fact that the fashion industry is big. Creating a niche could be something that one has to really give particular thought to. People perhaps want to do leather shoes or maybe clothing or maybe even hats, but you chose to do accessories for male and female kind. In deciding exactly what to go for when you are a fashion entrepreneur, what do you have to give particular attention to?
Okay, you just have to basically look at, number one, your strengths, and look at what you feel you can put out to people. Because the thing about it, there are a lot of fashion brands out there, so you have to look at your own niche. We started with leather products, we started with bags, we started with shoes and the rest. But at a point, we have to look at it, what does the people really like about this brand? What are they really buying? So we have to sit down back with the management team, look at what's really selling for us. Now, we noticed that the accessory, the leather product, the wristwatch.
And it cuts across, doesn't it? Whether you're the corporate guy, whether you're the urban guy, whether you're the eclectic person.
You know, it's amazing that someone will just walk into the store and just buy like 20 of this leather product. I've seen someone order for like 10 wristwatches. And in our mind, we're like, oh, well, what's this guy doing? But we're happy that because people love our brand, they love the artistic nature, they love the uniqueness, they love the simplicity and the creativity behind the brand.
Yeah, but behind that, you first of all had to decide exactly what you wanted to push.
What you want to push to the market,
You talked about investing 200,000 USD. How easy is it for me? I don't have 200,000 USD to venture into this kind of a business. Who am I going to ask to come and invest? Did you have investors or a partner, for instance? And how much could I begin with?
Okay. Now, it depends on your scope. You know, I said that we're in the creative Nigerian brand with a global mindset because we were looking at the competition. For instance, if I want to compete against the Louis Vuitton, I want to compete against the Gucci product, I have to be very, very serious with my product. So we looked at that. It's not because you have to start with 200,000 USD. You can start with even 20,000, depending on the market you want to product and target and everything. But ours is a global market, and we're looking at Nigerian brand at the same time. So we started with that, and at the moment, I can even tell you that the 200,000 is just a very small amount to invest when it comes to this kind of market. I've told you about how big the market is. By next year, we're looking at even pushing it. Now we're valued at about 400,000 USD. But next year, we talked about with some investors. Personally, in October, I'll be leading the team to Paris to actually meet some investors too and see how we can actually raise about 1.5 million USD to be able to invest in this, because we are opening up Lagos next year. Also, we're going to be opening up in the, London and United States, including France. So when you look at these things, even to have them, you'd see that 1.5 USD is little to the market. I told you earlier that Sub-Saharan Africa accounts for 31 billion and Nigeria 4.7 billion.
Now, how much employment do you provide for people?
At the moment, for the management team, we have over 15 of them.
15? Okay.
15 of them, yeah. But for, in terms of totally, I think we should have, in terms of production and everything, we should have over 40.
Okay, that's great.
40.
And production, where does that take place?
At the moment, we still produce outside the country.
Why did you say at the moment?
Yes.
Why was the focus on
that? At the moment,
that?
because now we look at a lot of challenges in Nigeria before we look at the leather products, making it quality standard and everything to the finishing and everything. So at the moment now, we are here because we're looking at in the next 5 years in our own development plan. We see whether we can come to bring all this factory into the country. It takes a lot of money.
Does that unique characteristic of your product give you an edge over all other products that
Absolutely.
it is produced outside of Nigeria? Does it?
Yes, it does. It does in the sense that producing outside the country, you have access to the quality leather product. You have access to the standardized leather product at the same time. You have access to the machinery. You have access even to the human capital. Let me just put it that
But
way.
when you do bring production down to Nigeria, you intend to keep the same quality. How do you intend to go about doing that?
That's part of what we're discussing with our investors now. If they can actually, if we see the kind of funds we're looking at, we'll bring the, I'll tell you to...
But it is possible.
Absolutely.
Absolutely possible.
It's possible, yeah.
Because I'm looking at this in terms of job creation for people, local people here, and also training local people to be able to do what you do, giving people the opportunity to note that, hey, I can actually be a part of this kind of an industry here in the heart of Africa.
Yes, please. Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking at. I want to see how we can actually develop value. Because when you look at our mandate itself is to be able to develop human capital. Our focus is to be able to develop the human and capital resources of our country in order to create that sustainable youth that we can be proud of. So when we bring the product here, we'll be able to employ young people like ourselves, be able to create massive, not just employment, but creativity in the industry and see how far we can go on that.
Now, just in case you're wondering, we have a couple of these items on your screen at the moment, ranging from watches to leather watches to steel watches, and also bracelets, chains, even pens.
Yeah.
I've never understood why a pen is so important to a businessman, but apparently you've taken that on and started to produce for the Nigerian market. Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I congratulate the efforts that you are putting in.
Thank you very much.
And I look forward to when we would have all that production here in Nigeria to create more jobs for people. And I'm also sure that you intend to train. Well, it goes without saying.
We train because we call with the experts, we call with the professionals out here. We're going to train our people on how to use the machines and how to even work on some of these things.
Well, Olumide, that's fantastic what you do at 1403. I love art.
I know it,
and we look forward to many more achievements with your brand.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that would be it for our SME segment. We're hoping that you were able to grab 1 or 2 leads there that you could use and maybe even follow 1403 and they'll be able to make you advance in your business if this is what you'd like to do. Now, let's move on now to the kitchen. And guess what, Olumide? We're going to have you in the kitchen because, we don't want you to leave here on an empty stomach. So I'm going to push you on to the lady and gentlemen in there. Do come over and step into our kitchen where Chef Adex has something very inspiring for you.
Thank you.
Please take a seat.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, you're welcome to the kitchen. Chef Adex has been hard at work here. We've made shrimp avocado toast with sourdough bread. Amazing. Just a few of the ingredients. You mentioned shrimp.
Shrimps, avocado, sesame seed, black pepper, soya spice, salt, paprika, parsley, cucumber.
You know what? I think our guest needs to just grab this piece of toast and have a taste.
Okay.
So you're supposed to lift it and bite it from the side. That's how you're supposed to eat it. Or would you prefer a knife and fork?
Well, I think lifted will make a lot.
Okay, all right. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Have a try. Okay.
So tasty.
Did you? Oh my goodness. All right, so there's a really interesting combination of flavors there, and it's very, very colorful. But we have to say thank you to you for coming to talk to us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, Chef Adex, nice one today. If you missed it, please hit us up on YouTube. You'll see everything he put together. Try yours at home. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., everyone. Have a great day. Mazino, what words of wisdom do
I have
you
a very
for
short
us?
one for you guys. Dance, even if you can't hear the music, just be sure to do it in private so people don't think you're loco. It's a Monday morning.
Mazino.